Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish. Welcome back to more Lands of Lore, the Throne of Chaos, where we last left off in this strange new dungeon, at the mercy of two alien races, the Knowles and the Xeobs. And they forced us to pick a side. Y'all decided that we were going to back the Xeobs against the Knowles. I can't wait to find out what happens, so yes, good morning, good evening, good day, good times, wherever you may be. We are about to go on an adventure. So we just got into this dungeon, got teleported here, have no idea exactly where we are or what we're going to be doing. I can't wait to find out. I have done a safety save. So let's see how this goes. Let's see what's in store for us. I think let's go this way. I know that's heresy, right? Because usually it's always left, but I feel like this might be closer to the edge of the map, or at least it doesn't branch off. This immediately branches. So let's see what happens here. Oh. 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 Oh no.
The acid burned my armor.
What?
Acid burned my armor.
What? Instantly. Whoa. Oh my god. You have to be kidding me. So they immediately had an attack that caused us to drop our weapons like Scotia. The lightning wand did not work on them, as far as I can tell, and they have destroyed our armor. Okay. Angry cat squashed cane toad and more shoe from Zelda CDI. You know, when you just say it like that. Oh, this is not good right away. Okay. Oh man. Okay, they were obviously hitting us with magic. The upshot here is that, if that's the case, our armor is not necessarily going to be much help, so we could actually just take it off to keep it from being destroyed. Now, of course, we have to figure out where to put it, because our inventory is pretty full. Zelda oh, no, oh, the cursed Zelda games? No, I definitely have not yet. Like Wand of Gamelon and stuff. Oh, man. There's always room for more bad games to showcase, though. Okay, let's see here. Now, last time that we ran into a creature that could destroy our armor with, like, acid or what have you, that was the Moribunds in the Droricle's Cave. Hey, Trance. And Crow and everybody. Welcome. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, those of you who may know more about Lands of Lore than me, I believe it only destroyed our body armor and did not affect our shields. We didn't have bracers at the time, so I don't know about that, but I think that our shields are safe. So, okay, if we're going to take our armor off, we need to carry it with us. Because I don't want to get caught out in a position where maybe we need it and it's in a pile on the floor somewhere, or we forget about it and like get teleported out of the level and can't come back. So, what are we gonna do? Okay, let's take this step by step. First thing, it appeared to me as though the lightning wand did not work, which should be very satisfying to those of you who would prefer that I don't use the lightning wand as much, because it is exploiting a bug in the game, and now we have two of them. So those of you who perhaps would rather see a different weapon in Kieran's hands, we're going to go back to the Valkyrie, since it can't miss. Oh yes, definitely, Havoc. We're gonna have to be extra careful. I just met my first group of Knowles, and immediately they stole all my weapons, melted my armor, and my lightning wand didn't work on them. So I am afeared. They didn't seem very peaceful to me, Dua. We'll see what happens though. Okay. Oh, goodness. I hate to throw away Cutter because it's been so useful in the past, but we haven't been using it for a long time. So maybe it's time for Cutter to go. We've been hanging on to Dominance for a really long time and have never used it. But its special power is supposed to be like some kind of instant kill, so I'm loath to set it down also. Now, Redemption. I don't know if we ever figured out what Redemption does. Goodness. Oh yeah, I already don't like it down here. Do you think, should I be using ranged attacks or nah? Because it seemed like they had that attack that made me drop my weapons. So maybe I need to be shooting them and like trying to back up away. Okay. Alright. Well, we can do that. Well, let's see. We have all of this stuff. Let's try that then. Let's put Thunder down here. And we've got Gemini and Scout. There we go. That's not super great, but he's got the two weakest weapons and he's dual wielding them, so that ought to hopefully make up for it a little bit. Oh yes, Reaper, Widow, Trouble. That's my favorite one. Talon. Talon is Kieran's melee weapon, so... okay, we have not used Sever yet. We haven't really used Reaper. All these one-time use items. The Death Stick we're not using. That's just kind of like a crappy staff. Well, it's a decent staff, but... for our purposes, not super useful. And I think we don't need this key, right? This has come up several times before. I've been hanging on to this key for a long time, and y'all said that it's not really necessary because in the place in the game where I would use it, there is another one. So, I see. Okay, so Redemption is just a good crossbow, but Valkyrie has that, yeah, that guaranteed hit, so. Let me put this down here. Put the Death Wand there with our other magic items. Now that I know what the Ebony Staff actually does, it can go down here as well. And then I'll rearrange some more later. But here we go. I'm just going to take their armor off. And we're going to hope for the best. Okay. Good, it is just the armor. Good, so our shields are safe. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's awful. I did get lucky then. Ugh. That would have been awful. That's my least favorite, like, mechanic in the game so far, for sure. Okay, I think that's good. We've changed everybody to ranged weapons. We have taken everybody's armor off. So, let's go down here. We're going to save it. It is. It's the American way. Okay. Alright, now this is where we found our first group of Knowles. I went over this way. So, let's try this again. Oof. Ooh, and immediately... Okay, let's... Ooh, they got strong Oh, we dropped our bows and stuff. Oh, no. Oh, wow. That happened really fast. Okay. This is not looking great. Should we? I know it goes, like, it increases your rogue level. Does it get more effective based on your rogue level as it gets higher, too? We can try this then. That way, since his rogue level is lower, it kind of makes sense. Because that way he'll have a guaranteed hit with Valkyrie. Because Kieran's definitely our highest level rogue. Okay. Let's set that to heal. Okay, so that didn't work very well. Come on. Oh man, there's that fireball. Ooh, wait. Oh no. There they are. Oh, he's coming. Oh man. This is not going great. Here. Does that work? Ooh, that worked really well. I grabbed that because we've got two things that do magic damage that aren't the Wand of Lightning. And that's the Death Wand, which I don't want to waste our remaining free Mist of Doom on. And then we've got, like, the Ebony Staff, which shoots bees. And this shoots acid. Creates that Caustic Fog spell. This creates Hand of Fate, but only a level 1, which means that it doesn't do any damage. Okay, so... Huh... Maybe we should try that, because the lightning wand didn't work on them at all. I've not tried hitting them with any other magic yet. Oh, I'm certainly open to a tip if you have one. Ooh. Get out of here. Go.
I don't have enough magic.
I don't have enough magic.
Oh, man. Maybe that wasn't working as well as I thought. Wow, I suddenly feel like super under-leveled or something.
I don't have enough magic.
I don't have enough magic.
Wow. I have... Fireball will work on them. Man, y'all chose this for me. I'm starting to feel like you knew something that I did not. Am I being punished? Okay, let's try this. Oh, wow. So they can do that from like way far away too. Oh my gosh.
I don't have...
Jeez. These things are like boss monsters, and there's just 2 of them. How the hell are you supposed to fight these things? This is nuts. Okay, maybe I need to explore some more of the dungeon. Let's see, what's down through here? Need more, like, room to maneuver or something. Oh my gosh, that fireball is so... Whoa, is there one behind? Oh my gosh. Well, that's that. Because I've got to get through this whole pile of shields to pick our bows back up. How the hell are you supposed to get through this level? Is the other one just as bad? Like if you side with the Knowles or whatever and you have to fight the Xeobs, are they like this? Like this actually kind of seems a little unfair. Like I said, I feel almost under-leveled, but I don't know what else I could do or what else I could have on. I literally emptied the whole party's MP into 2 of those guys with the green skull, and did not kill even one of them. Wow. Oh, great. Even better. So they're like even more likely to destroy your armor. It's odd that they have an acid attack, but acid works really well against them. And they deal so much damage. Oh man, see, and then that shake attack where they like knock everything back. And that's dealing damage too, so like just a couple of those almost takes the whole party out.
I don't have enough magic.
Like seriously, is there a gimmick to this? Is there something I'm not doing that I'm supposed to know about somehow? That I'm supposed to do down here to fight these things? This is crazy. This is like fighting Scotia. Maybe I do need to use Mist of Doom. No, I mean, I could. I didn't think I would need to do that. I would hope that I wouldn't need to do that, but I did. I think, was it this one? Yes. I did save here so that we are not trapped, because this is right before we went to the dungeon, so in theory I could go through the catwalk caverns, or I could go back out through the city and go to the forest or something and level grind, but that seems like, I don't know. I guess if nothing else, like having more levels would give them more hit points. But if I take their armor off, then the acid attack is not really much of a problem. The problem is that fireball spell they have will take out one character almost in one shot. And then that earthquake thing that they're doing hits everybody and takes them out in 1 or 2 shots, plus causes us to drop all of our weapons and shields. So that means that the only effective way to fight them is with magic, but you run out really quick. Because the skull is doing something, but it's not doing enough. Literally spent the entire party's MP, all of them, on this and did not kill one of those things. It seriously is like each one individually is like a boss monster, and they're traveling in groups of 2 and 3. What the actual hell? This is such a spike in difficulty. Like, what? I'm kind of curious what they expect you, what situation they expect you to be in when you get to this point. Is there something I didn't do, or like on this level maybe, or something that I was supposed to pick up that I didn't? 90 health. Okay, and that is a lot because like Kieran, with all of his levels, he's got 95. Bakata's got 112, 105, so they actually got a little less health than us. But not me either. I don't really have any way of knowing, unfortunately, because it doesn't show spell damage. It only shows melee weapon damage. It's the only kind that you can actually measure in the game, which sucks. Okay, well, that just seems untenable, and there is no way to get through without, like, I mean, there's not an invisibility spell. There's nothing, there aren't any defensive spells of any kind, so I can't even, like, increase our magic resistance or our fire resistance or something. I genuinely don't know what to do other than go back and level grind. A trebuchet? I mean, yeah, like a catapult? Is that it? Wait, is that a catapult joke? I know it's a long shot. Trebuchet's famous for their long shots. Man, I wish we had a trebuchet to aim at these guys. Yeah. Good old Age of Empires 2. Never go anywhere without your trebuchet. fucked up, to be honest. This is wild. Okay, is it down? Yeah, this way. So if I go here, this will get us back to Wyville. Back out through the tavern. Oh, hey. There are more dudes. I thought that we successfully... I thought that we cleared those. 6 times. Well, Kieran did it a couple of times, Bakata did it a couple of times, Paulson did it a couple of times, and I did not kill one, so I must have just gotten really unlucky and been doing, like, minimum damage. Unless Caustic Fog deals flat damage or something, which, you know, I don't really know. Are there any more of these great orcs anywhere? Was it just that one guy? Oh. There we go. I knew he was really close. Oh. Excuse me. I'm assuming that a level in Mage gives the most spell points or magic points, and a level in Fighter gives the most health, probably. Okay, let's... There we go, we'll do a big group heal. I don't know if we've gotten to do that before. Green Skull, so it does a flat 15 acid damage. So yeah, you'd have to do it 6 times. Man. Okay, but at least we can grind here, because these are the next strongest enemies that we have fought. Are definitely these. Okay, what do we wind up with here? We got 96 hit points. Didn't he have 95? So he only got 1 hit point. But he got several magic points. Well, what I was thinking is, like, while we're here anyway, maybe I should go to the Fletcher, and some of those items that I was willing to throw down on the ground, it might just be better if we just sell them. That's better than tossing them on the floor and leaving them and not coming back, right? And if there's going to be infinite Great Orcs and Dark Soldiers, then maybe we could grind here in town. Because again, these are the strongest enemies that we have fought. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Have you a need for my stock?
We will browse a bit again if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's what Havoc said, is it seems like fire and acid work on them. Okay, so...
I'll take that off your hands for 75 crowns.
Alright, let's sell some of this, I guess. So, Cutter. I don't know what Reaper does. It's not as strong as Sever, so maybe we should get rid of Reaper? Because we haven't really used it. Mist of Doom.
Good luck. And happy hunting, my friends.
Let me see, actually. I think only level 1. Because I think even if Kieran is at full MP, I think he can only cast it at level 1 as well. Although he did just level up in Mage, he might be able to do level 2 now. Oh, he can do level 3. The others can only do level 1. 36... 45, 90. So it must be, it's a pretty expensive spell.
Have you a need for my stock?
We will browse a bit again if you don't mind.
110 points. Okay, so one level 3 Mist of Doom might actually, like, instant kill them. Okay, that could be useful to know.
I'll take that off your hands for 75 crowns.
Okay, let's get rid of some of this.
Now, why would I be paying for that worthless junk?
Okay, valid. I don't know what Master does. So I'm thinking, should I keep Reaper or Master? Because I know we figured out Dominance has, like, the, whatchamacallit, it's got, like, a small chance to instantly kill enemies. And then Bouncer I've just got for variety in case we need another bludgeoning weapon. But I don't know if Reaper or Master are actually worth keeping. So let's see. This can go outside because y'all told me I don't need that key. I don't know what.
I'll take that off your hands for 175 crowns.
Okay, 36 attack. Okay, so we can definitely sell Reaper then.
I'll take that off your hands for 120 crowns.
Sounds good. Trying. It's been a while since I, like, actively did inventory management. So I figured this is a good time to do that as well. Where's that other... There we go. Put all this here. Okay, now. This stuff down this way. Because we found out this casts us some kind of sword spell. I haven't been poisoned in a while, but I still want to keep all of the healing items together. So, let's put our ginseng up there. Key items, here we go. Rocky. Okay, there we go, I think that's good. Yeah, because we've got room for the other lightning wand here, so I'll do this. There we go. Okay. Alright, that's pretty good. So what does Master do then?
And happy hunting, my friend.
Should we be hanging on to it? Because I don't know if it's better than Sever. So let's see. This is... Found out Master is not as strong as Thunder. And then, yeah, Sever is stronger than it as well. But if it's a good special ability, that makes up for the dip in power. Go back and find Thunder there. Oh, raises your rogue level? Oh, I see it over there. Oh, okay. So it's a rogue axe. It's a melee weapon that you can use to increase your rogue level, I guess. Or is it just the flat +1, kind of like the Jade Pendant? That's kind of neat, but, like, yeah, I don't know that that's actually... I don't think that we need to keep it just for that.
We will browse a bit again if you don't mind.
I'll take that off your hand.
There we go. 30 attack power and +1 rogue. Okay.
Good luck.
So that's not terrible,
Happy
but...
hunting, my friends.
Okay, we'll do this. Hey, Adel. Welcome. Alright, if we're gonna have to level grind, which I really don't want to do, but if we're gonna have to, let's do this. He just leveled up in Mage. It's gonna be a while before he can again. He is closer to a Rogue level. He's about halfway through. So we'll switch him back to Crossbow and have him work on Rogue. Bakata is halfway through a Fighter level, which means that's what he should concentrate on. Paulson is almost to a Fighter level, and then a mage level, and then he'll be catching up with Bakata. Which is also, again, weird because Bakata's a level ahead of him, but has like 9 fewer magic points. So Bakata, who is an apprentice mage, is the toughest person in the party by far, but also the worst spellcaster since we picked up Paulson. Really odd. Okay, well, let's, there you guys are. Come on. And it seems like thunder is not doing anything. It really feels like it's not hitting at all. So let's switch him to Sever, even though it is not as strong, and see if it changes. Okay, immediately I'm noticing a difference. He's actually hitting, whereas with Thunder it seemed like he was not. He was either just straight up missing, or he was hitting but not doing any damage. Okay, now we're back to the regular town music. Is that it? Did we just find some stragglers? Oh man, I was actually kind of hoping that we could just hang out here in Wyville and level grind. Insofar as I wanted to level grind at all. Oh, boo. Because these were fairly strong enemies too, so... But if they're not going to infinitely spawn... Oof. It means we'll have to go out to the forest. Because there are things down in the Catwalk Caves, but like, not a lot? They didn't seem to be respawning much. So... Oh, wait, they're back. There we go. Oh, okay. So Thunder has a chance, it's like Mjolnir, it has a chance to like do a lightning bolt critical hit kind of thing. That's kind of neat. On the other hand, that also shows that it would not be useful at all against the Knowles, since it seems as though they are basically immune to lightning. Or at the very least, the Wand of Lightning didn't work on them, so... Just ooh, ooh. Turn around here. Do a little maintenance. Okay, so they spawn until you hear the horns, and then they start spawning again, so it's like intermittent. Man, that's rough. So all we've got to use against them is the Green Skull and the Fireball spell. Big oof. That's wild, especially since that's what they were hitting me with was acid and fire, so you would not think right away that that's what they were weak to. Or vulnerable to, I suppose I should say. Maybe is more correct. Okay, is there any way to force more spawns, perhaps? Like if I just wander around town, is it more likely, maybe? Yeah, I'm working on Fighter with Bakata at the moment, but then his rogue level is pretty low and does need to come up, so... Yeah, that's something I haven't done yet, and I think that's going to be the next thing, is I'm going to have him dual-wielding bows. I didn't expect to be level grinding this stream, but that's, that dungeon section did not seem doable. Okay, so this is going a little bit. I see some progress there, I see a little progress there. Okay, so not bad. It is happening. Come on, give us some more spawns. Did I see something over there? Maybe? What about back here? Ah, there we go. Man, Bakata does so much damage. If only he would do that much to the Knowles before they knocked literally all of his possessions onto the floor. Hey, that's the second most annoying gimmick in the game after the thing that just destroys your armor. That is bonkers, by the way, that there's just attacks in the game that will simply flat out destroy your armor, no matter how strong it is, even if it's magic. Don't care. Armor, gone. Oh. Where? Oh, there we go. Hello. Okay, now I know where I am. I kind of lost the plot a little bit. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about, is I didn't want to have to go to somewhere like Oppenwood and have to farm. Okay, so the Xeobs do not knock everything out of your hands. That might make things a little easier, but I'm determined to do whichever faction y'all want. I let you pick, so we're gonna stick to it. If you want me to side with the Xeobs and fight the Knowles, that's what we're gonna do. It just means that this is part of that, and we're gonna have to accommodate. So. Okay, so the Xeobs are basically immune to magic, while the Knowles are immune to, like, several things. It seems are highly resistant to it. Interesting. It really does seem like the Xeobs are actually the easier choice, because I know you said that they also have an acid attack, but I don't know if it just deals acid damage like Caustic Fog or if it actually destroys your armor. Because that's two different things. I have no idea what the rewards are for siding with one or the other, so don't spoil me. Don't ruin the surprise, because I don't know what you get. I know that the Knowles promised lots of wealth, and the Xeobs promised a title, that we would be Lord Kieran. But if you get something else like material or if you get specific things, I don't know what they are. I figured it would be close to the same just because, you know, they're giving you two factions to choose from and you don't know anything about either of them. But it's also requiring that you have to side with one of them in order to get through the game. So, like, it is main story progress. So probably, I guess it changes the challenge that you have to face, but maybe not the rewards. I've seen stuff like that in games before. I wasn't expecting it in this one when it crept up on me, though. It's kind of neat. I think it's cool that they did it. I just am not a huge fan of fighting the Knowles so far. To be fair, they are giant floating, like, old quest giver guy heads. So it makes sense that they would be powerful wizards. Or powerful in magic, you know, in spellcasting, however you want to say it. Yeah, this is not our problem. It's like, you guys need to sort it out yourself. We've been trying for hundreds of years. It's tradition to choose a champion. Choose someone else. Pick literally anybody else. Okay, it looks like we might have run out of spawns again. Because now I'm just running in circles around Wyvil and nothing is really popping up. Ooh, hiss. Well, I guess there's not much choice. We're gonna have to go back out to the forest, I think. I was really hoping that there would just be infinite army here and we could just kind of back ourselves into a cul-de-sac like this and just grind infinitely and they would come to us like they did during the siege. But, so I guess we have to go back out. Okay, that leads to Vulture's Chasm. I know that there were maybe Great Orcs or something up here at one point. Well, this is the Wyval Woods anyway. I know Oppenwood would have like the giant hornets and stuff. Huh. I guess I could go back to the tower if I had to grind. Maybe we could fight ghosts. Ooh, that's a big difference because, yeah, we are definitely not level 8 on anything. In fact, this level 6 right here is actually because we've got the Jade Necklace on. Same thing for him. He's got a free level in Rogue too. So this is like that we'd have a long way to go to be level 8 on everything. Wow. Okay. Well, all right. Then as much as I hate to do it, our game difficulty, as far as I know, it's just normal difficulty. I don't recall. Oh, right here. Yes, monsters are normal. Ferocious, wimpy, normal. Oh, okay, so this is the difficulty. I didn't really realize you could change it. Interesting. Okay. Well, so... Okay, I think we have to make a choice here. I'm going to let y'all make the call. You were the ones that originally wanted me to side with the Xeobs, right? So it has to be your decision. We can stick with that. And we can fight the Knowles. But if we do so, obviously we are going to have to do this level grinding. We're going to have to go through it. Or if you don't want to sit and watch me level grind, then if you want, we will side with the Knowles and we will fight the Xeob. And it seems like probably from the way that y'all are describing it that know the game better than me, we would probably be able to just go through and if not tear through them, at least we could fight. So... I see. Yeah, see, so, and I've been playing on normal this whole time, so that means that I would not only have to grind, but I would be starting kind of from behind where you were. Because I've been on normal the whole time, so I've not been getting ferocious level experience points from anything that I have fought. Okay, let's try this here. Game controls. Monsters are ferocious. He's already spawned in, so I don't know that that's going to do anything for him. Oh, right. That's our Emerald Blades. There.
Blast, this door appears jammed.
Oh, right, because Victor's not there anymore. I was kind of hoping that maybe he left something behind or someone else would have taken over. Once again, there was that lone soldier and no one else, so now we're just all alone in Wyval again. I think I'm kind of... yeah, there we go. I'm kind of learning and remembering the path now. Wyval's complicated, but it's just like any other city and any other RPG. You know, once you've been up and down the streets a few times, you start to kind of remember where things are. Oh, there's another option. I just thought of this. Adel, you made me think of this. So, yes, exactly. Exactly, Lordly. That's what I was thinking. Is if we can adjust the difficulty on the fly, instead of turning the difficulty up to ferocious and having to grind in order to beat the Knowles on normal, what if we just set the Knowles to wimpy? How much difference would that make? do y'all think? I hate to do that. It feels like cheaping out, but those are our options. So we've got 3 choices. We can try setting the Knowles down to Wimpy and see if we can actually get through them. We can level grind until we're able to beat them legitimately on normal difficulty, which could take a long time. It means that would be most of this stream, and also I'd probably, the way y'all are describing it, I would have to probably grind some off stream as well before next Saturday, and we're not going to make any progress this time. Or we can side with the Knowles and fight the Xeobs instead, since there are 2 paths. Alright, we got 1 vote for setting it to Wimpy. We can certainly do that. The only problem with using Mist of Doom is that a level 3 Mist of Doom, literally, it uses... only Kieran can cast it at higher than level 1. And when he does, look, that is literally his entire MP bar, so he can only do it 1 time. And then if it doesn't kill everything, we would have to run away and try to find someplace to rest immediately, because that's it. It is what it is. So... oh man, okay. Alright, well, so... We've got, let me do this. I'll tell you what, let me do this. We've got a lot of votes all over the place and a lot of opinions, so here's what I'm gonna do. Alright, it's in your hands. It's up to y'all. I'm gonna let you cast your votes, and we will decide if we're going to attempt to set the Knowles to Wimpy and see if that makes a difference. If we are going to have to level grind in order to side with the Xeobs and fight the Knowles on normal difficulty, or if we are going to side with the Knowles and fight the Xeobs instead, since they seem to be easier. Alright, we're going to try setting the Knowles to Wimpy then, and we're going to go from there. And we will see whether that has any effect. Okay, let's see. Is that the... yes, right through here. I love this tense music in this one room. And there's not really anywhere... okay, this is just straight through. There's not really anywhere here in the Catwalk Caves to level grind either. Okay, so this is the Knowles. That means we need to go through this one to... or no, this is the Xeobs, rather, so it means we need to go through this one in order to side with the Knowles and... or with the Xeobs and fight the Knowles. Okay. Double save here. And we still have not picked anything, so we've leveled up a little bit, rearranged our equipment and stuff. So this is still our safe here. Alright. Let's set them down to Wimpy before we go through, and that way when they spawn in this level, hopefully any that are already spawned will be Wimpy, because I don't know if changing the difficulty level affects ones that have already spawned into the game, since I haven't done that. So... alright, deep breath. Okay, first things first. Armor comes off. And here we go. Okay, we have not explored yet, so this map is not as filled out as it was. Right. Okay, I'm gonna go the other way. Oh boy. Okay, let's try this. Here we go. Where's my green skull? Immediately, instantly dropped everything they have. Okay, that seems to have made a difference. That did make a difference. I was able to actually beat them. That's the first time I got both of them. I think that was yours. Oh, no, wait. That's yours. That's yours. I'm going to be doing a lot of this. He should probably keep that on instead of Thunder anyway, just because they're immune to lightning, so its special attack isn't going to do anything. Okay, we still have some MP left too, which is buckwild, because last time that we tried this, I emptied the whole party's MP into this skull and did not even kill one of them. So, I'm going to set this to heal rather than fireball, because that way it is easier to use this as a weapon and then click to do something else, you know, with the item. Okay, I did save it, right? Yeah. Ooh. Haha! Come on. There we go, I see him. Oh, dang.
Past, I don't have enough magic.
Got him. Okay. Man, they just instantly make you drop your weapons. That's the first thing that they do. At least he didn't drop everything this time, so it's almost like there's a saving throw sort of situation going on. Okay. Gonna have to rest. Don't have any choice. Now here's the big question. Is there a fixed number of Knowles? Or do they keep spawning? Because it does seem to vary from enemy type to enemy type and from dungeon to dungeon. Sometimes they spawn infinitely, and then sometimes it's scripted that they spawn in a specific way, which means that like there might only be X number of them on the level. When you kill them all, they're gone. Okay, so it's definitely... Y'all are my experts here, because I know both of you know way more about this game, along with Adel, than I do. For sure. So if you say that there's a fixed number, that gives me hope, because that means then that oop, I heard a sound. Yeah, that's doing something. Ooh. Okay, right, but like, yeah, like, so like the goal here is to kill all of them, so we couldn't do that if there were infinity of them. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Anything? No. Okay. Got my panic button ready. Oop. Come on. Get out of here. Yes. Suffer as I have suffered. I was facing this way when I dropped all my shit, so I have to turn this way to pick it back up. Okay. So that's a big old door.
A worn lock.
A worn lock. A worn lock, you say? Does that mean perhaps we could pick it?
There is no way to pick this lock.
Oh, dang it. Okay, well. At least we know. Okay, so we are looking for a key. And it's really a shame that I had to set the difficulty level down, and I'm still having like this much trouble, but this is very doable. So there is for anybody watching at home, who runs into similar troubles, it is definitely, like, it makes a huge difference when you set the monster strength down. So, we got rid of that key, remember? That'd be very funny if I held on to it this entire time and then threw it down right before the dungeon where we were going to use it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hidden treasure room. Well, we gotta find that. Interesting that we came up on the top of the map. Okay, I'm gonna go west. That's closer to the edge of the map. More likely to... Okay, we got a teleporter. Let's say it's more likely to dead end. I'm not going back to the swamp if I can help it. We have... Oh, okay.
I don't have enough magic.
Ooh, barely had enough that time, so that I definitely need to rest. I kind of wish I could just take their weapons off too, because I'm not even using them. All I'm doing is dropping them and having to pick them back up. But if there's a fixed number, it's fine. We can get through it. Oh man, that would be awful, Adel. Don't even joke. Oh no. Don't put that energy out there. Could you imagine if I accidentally just, like, threw a whole actual, like, key plot item into the swamp water? There we go. Okay, 2 more down. So if I catch them before they do that spell, I can spam the skull. And there's lots of cul-de-sacs in which to rest, so... Oh my gosh, yeah, imagine if I just threw the elixir, like, into the horrible swamp water of death. No, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go up first because... Okay. Oh, it's just gonna make a... It's just doing this. That's fine. Anything? Oh, there's a secret wall up there. Okay. It's trying to trigger if there were any Knowles hanging around. Every time I say Knowles, it feels like, you know, like hyena guys from D&D. And I know that's not right, but that's what I'm seeing in my head. And then every time one of these floating bearded heads comes around a corner, I'm surprised yet again somehow. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Lordly. Yeah, no, I don't hate that, because, you know, like, I don't, Oh, I see you. I see you. I don't like being punished for playing a game, but I don't mind, like, the consequences of my own actions, so to speak. There we go. Okay, nice. Ambushed. Got him. Swindled. So that's cool. So if you missed that, you'd be searching around forever and ever and ever trying to find the 2 that you missed because you have to kill them all in order to get through this part. Oh, there's a thing. It's a little, like an alcove. Don't know what goes in there. Yeah, Knowles, they've tried to make them, like, really monstrous. And I guess, to be fair, they are. You know, the whole thing with Yinogu and Demogorgon and stuff like that. But realistically, like, over time, as they have become more popular, they've grown on me. And D&D has kind of leaned into that. Don't use the alcove? Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that I walked away. Okay, now we got a lot of branching paths. I was trying to trigger if any of them were nearby to get them to come out at me, but let's go up here. Anything? Oh, I see. A secret door. Or was it right here? No, here. Always save before you use the secret door. You never know what'll happen. Is there another switch here? Aha. Oh. Can I use this one, though? Another one of those bezel cups. Nice. Excellent. I've got 4 of those now. I think, if I remember correctly, those are just like a full heal. Because I know this one, I accidentally used it way back at the beginning of the game. And actually, I had a couple more and had to use it in some fight or other. Now I don't remember what it was. At some point, it's like I spammed through everything I had. Copper key. Well, oh, good. Okay, I do have a space. I thought that I didn't have anywhere to put it. I was gonna have to like... Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, no. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh, that was close. Ooh, I misclicked this when I meant to pull it up and save. Lol. Lamau. Raffle. Whew. Yeah, you know, when you're not paying attention and then you just wake up like, 10 hours later. Am I right? Okay. Now here we can actually nap like deliberately. So let me... Oh, okay. You stop that. Another one bites the dust. Oh, okay. Listen. We can't be doing this every time that we put our heads down, alright? Yet again, another one bites the dust. Let me sleep. Do it. Do it. Okay. We're back in business. Okay, I'm gonna go south first, because it has a greater chance of being a dead end. Going this way, yes, right down here. It does. It scratches the eye of the beholder itch, huh? Oh. Oh, that,
A worn lock.
That's a gold lock. We found a silver lock. So surely that means there's a copper
It does not fit.
lock. Okay, right. I didn't think so, but I thought I would try just in case. I'm glad y'all told me. I would never have thought to change the difficulty like that. I would have been stuck level grinding for ages and not having fun. Alright. I do hate to do it, but at the same time, I don't know what else I would have done. Ooh, chainmail with a name.
Empty.
Okay, now George's kite shield. So we have 2 copies of that. Okay, it is a little better than our regular kite shield, so I will just put that there. Well, I played one on the channel, and it was a huge explosion that I was not expecting. And we're getting ready to play 2 sometime soon. Can't wait to port our party forward and see what comes of it. Okay, protection 79. Now, how is that better than the Dwarvish chainmail? It is better than the Dwarvish chainmail. Is it better than the Galenian plate? It is. Is it better than the Dwarvish plate? It is not. Okay, so this is now our worst armor. So I'll just leave that there. Put that down there so it doesn't get effing destroyed. And there we go. Okay, back the other way. Oop. Spam. Spam till they disappear. There we go. Nice. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, if you write your name on the shield, the AC goes up dramatically. Oh! I stepped in it. I played myself. I love how it's like the first thing in the slot, maybe, because he's not dropped Widow once, I don't think, unless it was that very first time. Right. Oh, that's a trap, is what that is. And I see the pressure plate up there, too. Okay, let's rest again. Maybe it's just his favorite. He's holding on tighter to that one. Aha! You shan't catch me. Not like that. Okay, where are we at? It's gonna wrap around. Makes sense. This place is a bit of a maze, as one would expect, right? Looking for secret buttons and stuff too, because there's been a few of those already. I'm sure there's going to be more. Okay, north. I hope it connects back to that. I don't want to have to backtrack, but we can if we need to. But I'm hoping I will find something that maybe loops back and connects with that path. We're getting awfully far away from it, though. That's alright. If we get far enough, I'll just loop around because I need to explore over here too, and we have this door we didn't go through. Anything? Lol. Anything? More traps. Okay. What's it this way then? Okay, we've got another door with a trap. That one seems almost a little unfair. You're gonna do that and you're just gonna get hit and there's nothing you can do. There's no dodge. I wonder if I could... could I plug its mouth some way, maybe? Okay, we'll come back to that. Another door. So many doors. Okay, this is like all doors. Oops, all doors. So, huh.
A lock.
Thank you, yes. Can I pick this lock?
There is no way to pick this lock.
Dang. Alright, so that's a key we probably don't have. Let's open some of these others. Okay, that's a teleporter. No telling exactly where that might go. We found a couple of those. I'm wondering if we'll have to actually go through them or if they're just like optional. Maybe they take you back to the beginning of the level because the place is so maze-like, so it's just a shortcut. Perhaps? I just walked right in there like it wasn't going to shut behind me or anything, huh? I walked in there with so much confidence. Let me do better this time. This would be a nasty trap. So here's free fodder for your next tabletop campaign. Walk into a cell like this, and when you open the treasure chest, that's what triggers the door to shut behind you. Oop. Oh. Hello. Interesting. So failing to open the treasure chest teleported us here? Ooh. Okay. We'll have to get back to the treasure chest. I think I saw another one back there. Nope. Okay, that's the only one.
A worn lock.
Is this where the copper key goes? Because
It does not fit.
no. Okay. So that's fine. It's like if we had gotten over here somehow, maybe we could have picked it. Okay, any secret buttons? Not that I see. Let's get back to our skull. Oh, I see you. Okay. Oh, really? I was trying my best to... I thought they went further than that, and I was gonna, like, juke them. But... Alright, well... George's kite shield. Dwarvish kite shield. Sever. Trouble. That is so tedious.
A worn lock.
Okay, well, it's open now.
A worn lock.
Now this one perhaps will take that key.
It does not fit.
It does not fit. Okay, can we pick it? Yes. Good, well done us. Good job, Kieran. Where are we going? Okay, another teleporter. Interesting. I love how the lamp comes on for an instant when we're, like, passing through the darkness. Like we're going between. Like a dragon rider of Pern. And for just a hot second, you know, it's like the lamp kicks on and then you're back out in the light and it goes off again. Okay, now, does this just send me to other places when I fail, or can you open it? Okay, looks like maybe the trap only triggers once. Crossbow Elena. Great Helm Nestor.
Empty.
Okay. Is this better? Not as good as the Dwarvish Great Helm. Same as the regular Great Helm. Okay, and Prentice, of course, is a little better than that. Alright, well then, since this is the same as the Great Helm, I'm going to keep Nestor because it could have a special ability of some kind, whereas the Great Helm does not. Crossbow named Elena. What does Elena do, I wonder? Where am I going to put Elena, I wonder? Oh boy. I am once again out of, I'm out of room, huh? I'll have to carry that key with us. Oh yeah, I've played a lot of those, like Azure Bonds and stuff like that. Those are great old classics. I've got to get to some of them here on the channel eventually. Some of them put me in the mind of Wasteland, and then others, of course, are more like Eye of the Beholder and stuff that came a little bit later. Yeah, real hidden gems. Like, you know, I can't recommend some of those old games enough. Because even if they have not technically aged well, for people who maybe weren't there the first time around, it's like they still hold up in a lot of ways. Okay, that's a lever. Alright. Oh, what did that do? Okay. Right, okay. So that just does the same thing. Is this going to be one of those, like... The butcher. Oil flask.
Empty.
No, we do not have a justice yet, as far as I'm aware. The butcher. I feel like we had a axe called the butcher at one point. Yeah, and I think we didn't keep it, and that's why. Okay, I don't know what any of this does. Aha! Okay, there we go. That's what that does. Neat. I don't know what that button does, other than open and shut that, but I mean, there's two side by side. That has to do something else, right? Oh, oh, oh. Oh, okay. Don't want to forget this key either. Well, let me put it here so I can see it. Okay, where is Rocky? Rocky. Lord. Okay. The Elena cross... Okay, so just kind of generic, not really any special powers. Fair enough. If we need more room, then we can throw that down. Nothing. Nobody. Boo hiss. Okay. A bottle of honey can finally carry its weight. I had that for way too long. Whoops. Did that turn me, or did I accidentally hit a button? I think I hit a button. I thought it was one of those spinner things. Huh, right there is that little bit, that little closet or corner that I didn't come round to before. Huh. That's very suspicious. Oh, it's another guardian orb. Do I need this? Because we have a guardian orb. And we know, like, it does that, but as far as I was able to determine, like, I could just kind of spam it, and it didn't seem to run out of charges, and it's not draining our MP, so I don't know what it does or if it's an infinite use item. Is there any reason to have two? Or is this one here in case we miss the first one and it's just like a second opportunity to pick one of these up? Oh, okay, so they're infinite use until you use them up. Okay, interesting. In that case, I will take it with us. And let's see. So we don't need to keep Elena, right? So there. We'll get our honey jar back. Take Rocky with us. That's where Rocky goes. Oh, the rod? Which rod? The Wand of Death? Oh, the orb. Oh, okay. Oh, why don't we need oil anymore? I mean, I know we don't here, because obviously we're not using the lantern, all of this glows. Is it like, are there no more dark dungeons left in the rest of the game, or are we past that point? Where we won't need to refill the lantern anymore, because then I could throw it down. And it's not like there's not more oil somewhere available. Is it? Oh, are we close to the end? Oh. Okay. Alright, well, if y'all say I don't need it, then I'll leave it. That just means I can put the key back in our inventory and stop having to haul it around that way. Okay, and the bottles as well. I guess the empty bottles, I was keeping them because Dawn gave us extras on top of the ones we had already found. So I thought, obviously, I'm going to need to put more things in this, but if all they're for is for like making the elixir and that part of the game is over, and they don't have any other purpose, then yes, I will gladly throw them away. Because that's the only reason I've been hanging on to them. Okay, so now this, we don't have that key. Ooh, exciting. Exciting. I'll be sorry to leave this game behind. It's been such a blast, and has very swiftly become a new favorite, but at the same time, it also makes me eager to play more. I want to see what the second one's like. Well, tonight we will definitely hang in this until we get this level done for sure, because it looks like we might be edging up on finishing these dungeons, perhaps. There's a big section here that I see, you know, we've got places to go there, but otherwise it's just this one little niche right there. I've not seen any Knowles in a while, actually. Ooh, this is a fancy looking chest. Hello. Oh, I bet this one's got the purple key in it, doesn't it? Salve. Okay, we love that. A diamond.
Empty.
Empty. Random diamond. There, Rocky has a friend now. Submit your names in chat for Rocky's new friend. Yeah, I'm looking forward to 2 and 3. What I have heard from people seems to consistently be that the first one is the best one, the second one is like middling to okay, and then the third one is like, yeah, they should have stopped at 2. Is kind of the sentiment. Bulltwinkle. It's hard to compete with Bulltwinkle. That's pretty good. I like Gem though. Gem and the holograms. Huh, yeah, we've not seen any dudes in quite some time. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I keep hearing from fans of the series. Okay, so it's not that it's a bad game, it's just that it is objectively not as good as the first 2. That's fine, that definitely happens in, Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to tank that. That's happened in other franchises with which I'm more familiar as well. Kind of like, you know, I've said before, I don't know if I've said it. Oh. That looks like there's a hole in the ceiling right there. Weird. Okay. Came all the way back for that, but... But I've said before, like, as a Might and Magic fan, like... 9 is definitely not as good as 8, which is not as good as 7. And on like the Heroes side of it, Heroes 4 is a perfectly acceptable turn-based strategy game. It just wasn't a good Might and Magic game, you know? It's kind of where I'm at. FMVs, ooh. We love a good old FMV game. Yeah, this one definitely, like, straight out of the box, captured my interest. And it has been a joy to play it the entire time. Wait a minute, there's a secret wall over here or something. No, I did just go too far. I'm gonna loop back around the other way. Because... we still don't have a gold key, but there's this teleporter I have not gone through. There's this right here. There's this door that I didn't open that turned out there's some Knowles down in here for sure. Because that's like the second or third attempt. That's where I died. Oh. Oh. Screw you. I was trying to wait till that one came around so that I could get both of them. But that's okay. That's fine. Now that we've turned the difficulty down, they are, they're due a little retribution of their own, I guess. So forcing me to drop my weapons is just their way of evening the playing field. They got to get their licks in. That's only fair. Because I almost feel like I'm effectively cheating. Obviously that's built into the game, but I still don't feel great about it. But I think... Oh! Oh, this takes us back out. We leave when we go through that teleporter. Interesting. Okay, I wasn't really expecting that. I thought we'd just kind of be trapped here until we finish the level. Okay. You know, I realize I didn't go through this one either. So when we go back to try the purple key, once we find it, I've got to see where that teleporter goes. Okay. So this is the silver key door. Let's rest. That's a lot of times for me, I'm similar, and if this was a casual playthrough, I probably would mind less going back and level grinding, because then it's like, well, I have options and I'm choosing to do that. But when I'm streaming and it's live, it's like, I know level grinding is one of the least interesting things to watch, at least for me. So I hesitate to inflict that on anybody else. Oh, you're gone. You're done. Get out of here. 'Cause I know some folks don't mind watching it, and for some people it's genuinely entertaining. Or it's just, it's acceptable because it's like, oh, it's just part of how you play this game or what have you. But if I'm going to have to, like in a game like this where you level up very slowly and it gets glacially slower, like by orders of magnitude, the further you level up, I feel like I could be at it for actual days, and that would not be fun. It could take me, especially playing once every Saturday, it could take weeks or months to get to the point where I could get through this without turning the difficulty down. So like, yeah, exactly, Lordly. That's part of it. That's exactly my thought process. Trident. Ooh. Mandible. Ooh, a bunch of crowns. I miss back at the beginning of the game when they would get really excited when we found a bunch of money. Dwarvish plate mail. They don't do that anymore. Sad. More Banon's Reserve.
Empty.
Okay, now, Dwarvish plate mail. I think we have a suit of that. That's the Galdenian Dwarvish plate mail. Right. Okay, so that's 93. That's the Dwarvish plate mail. This is 83, so it's 10 better than that. Okay, so the Protector is actually better. It seems like. Yeah. It's like 5 points better. So I guess we can get rid of the Galenian plate mail. And there we go. Now we got 2 sets of dwarfish plate mail. Awesome. Now, mandible. That's interesting. Okay, we get some... It's +3 protection, but -5 might. Now, is the protection its special ability, or does it have another power that we don't know about? Because if it doesn't have some kind of special ability, I probably should leave it. I don't really have anywhere to carry another weapon. Is it? Is it really good? Okay. Well, that's redemption. I don't want to throw that away. I can probably get rid of Bouncer. Because Bouncer is like, I've just got it because it is a mace, and sometimes you need a hammer, but it's not really very good. And I cannot... We've got a lot of mana potions now. They were rare, and I don't have room to carry any more of them unless I start using, like, other consumables. So I'm actually just going to do this rather than leave them behind. That's what I should do. Alright, back to the green skull. Nothing. Any secret doors? No, doesn't look like it. Is redemption really that good? Someone said earlier, I think it might have been Havoc, said like it scales, like the damage scales with your rogue level or something. Something along those lines. Oh, I got. I got. I stepped right into it. I stepped in the hornet's nest. Okay. That was my foolishness. That was my fault, but they didn't knock our damn weapons out of our hands. Oh, I'm standing in a secret door. And we did get them, so it's okay. Nobody died. And for those of you who are watching, since we have a lot of viewers today, if you're watching and you're enjoying this and you are not subscribed or following, you might consider following. Dang it. Since it is free, and you can always do, you can undo it if you change your mind. If you decide you hate me, that's acceptable. But we do this every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, and right now on Fridays as well. Because thanks to the incentives from our charity stream on June the 25th, where we were raising money for the Video Game History Foundation, we
Empty.
we have some special content on Fridays as well until that runs out. Okay, everybody's got dwarvish boots that can wear them. It's like we played Wild Arms 3 last week. Last night, we played Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. Next week is going to be Deus Ex. And then we have some other stuff coming up like Co-op Darkstone, Arcanum, which is also our next Patreon request, Clive Barker's Undying, and then we have some full long plays as well, like Zombie Dinos from Planet Zeltoid, Disney's Hades Challenge, and I mentioned Wasteland earlier. Ooh. Hello. Nathaniel's Key. Oh, we got the last key. Awesome. But yeah, we'll be playing Wasteland 2 and 3 as well. Do I need the sledge or the pick anymore? They were, like, critical at certain points in the game where they were required for progress. Do I need them anymore, or should I toss them, do you think? Still have a lot of Bannon's Reserve. I could drink one of those in order to carry the key. Maybe that's the smartest thing. Because I don't know if I'll need the sledge or the pick again. Oops. But I have quite a few of those, so. And everybody else is at almost full anyway, so that means I can keep going without resting. Alright, almost done here. Yeah, if you've never gotten into Might and Magic, I highly recommend it because they're very diverse. There's a lot of games in the franchise. There's TBSs, there's FPSs, action games, there's puzzle games. There's a lot to love. There's some bad ones too, but there's a lot to love, and there's something in the franchise for everybody, I think. Ooh. Steel bracers. Okay, are these better than the regular bracers? Of course they are. Excellent. And these are all just regular bracers, so I can just leave that. Oh, another Ace of Dominion. Oh no. A Guardian. Oh no. Another Guardian.
Empty.
So the Guardians I need to keep because we found out like they're really good because they just deal like 200 damage if they hit. Yes. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be foolish because we're almost through this section. I'm gonna put our armor back on. And hope that they don't dissolve it. There we go, and that way we can take all 4 of those, because those, if they deal 200 damage a pop or whatever, those could be great in like a final boss fight. And then I will just have to like regretfully load scum if they steal our armor. Yeah, oh, the Ultima franchise also good, and I definitely, there are some of those that I want to play on the channel, because I've not played a lot of them. Oh, there's the gold key. There's the gold key. Okay, we know where that goes. I'm actually going to go back and do that, because that will give us an inventory slot back, rather than me having to carry it around. And it's right here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shoot, that's the silver key. Where was the gold key? That's the gold key, because that's like the purple one. That's the gold key down there, isn't it? Oof. Oh man, Lunacy. I love Wizardry so much. And Wizardry 8 is definitely my favorite. So, this has been much on my mind. Don't tell anybody. This is between us. This is just between us. But, I have been thinking about, like, I want to play Wizardry on the channel, and I would like to play Wizardry 8, but 6, 7, and 8 are a trilogy. So I have been trying to wait until I felt like I could commit to all 3 of them, which is a lot of gameplay, and that way, you know, ideally, much like with Eye of the Beholder, we would be able to port our characters forward and use the same group all the way through the entire trilogy, which would be really cool and a big deal. There we go. Okay. What's on the other side of this, I wonder? But yeah,
Hail, Kieran! You
Oh,
have
oh.
defeated our enemies, the Knowles. We, the Xeob people, shall ever call you Lord Kieran. Please accept our grateful offering.
Oh. Okay.
Wonderful! We must hasten into the heart of Castle Cimmeria to find the evil hag Scotia.
Okay, does that mean I killed all the Knowles, I guess? That's fine. Because, I mean, we still, like, there's a little bit up here, so should I load it and do this before I do that? Because that is not what I expected to find behind that, that door. What is this on the ground? A Xeob key. Okay, so that's probably needed to get out of here. Maybe that's what's up here. Then we've got... Oh my god, wait, okay, that's Justice. Another Valen's Cube! Oh, fuck yes! Alright, we love that. We love that. Okay. Oh my gosh. You know, maybe you're right, Adel. I probably... Because the healing salves, they don't heal a whole lot, do they? Like, they don't heal you to full. Or, if I remember correctly, I think that, like, using them, I found out that they only heal you, like, 20 points or something? So, are these worth keeping? What do y'all think? Should I toss the salves in order to take this other stuff? Guess I can keep at least one until I need another slot, but... Because I don't remember... I don't think they heal you to full. Okay. Alright. Well, yeah, and at this point we're powerful enough that everybody can cast a decent heal spell, and I actually have more of these than I have healing salves, and these I know heal you all the way to full, so there's that for sure. But I'm so excited about this. The cube is back, y'all! And now Justice. Okay, so he's got trouble. Maybe Paulson should have Justice. 60. Is that better than Thunder? Ah, it is. That is better than Thunder. Okay. Let me do this, because this cup should be up here anyway. There we go. Good enough for now. Okay, we will yeet the healing salves. Alright, we've got more of this level to explore, though, but we conquered our objective. That's good. We did what we set out to do. I was worried we wouldn't. Yeah, I saw that. So everybody's got a free level in Fighter. That's sick. I almost kind of hate it because he was like almost level 6 anyway. So it just gave us enough to get to the next level. It didn't actually give us a whole level. We're like, now he's halfway to level 7. But that still is really cool because, I mean, leveling up being so slow in this game, that is a great bonus. Okay, so I guess... Yeah, now we can just focus on... He can level Rogue, he can level Mage. He can level Rogue a little bit too, maybe. That's cool, though. That's a great reward, especially at this stage of the game. What's their stats now? He's got 103 hit points. 129, awesome. 117. Okay, so we got a decent jump. Sick. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's cool. That is also cool. But honest to goodness, I think I would rather have the free level in Fighter, because I have 2 lightning wands, and I could use that to grind and kind of like infinitely train Mage, if need be. So I think maybe actually that was the correct choice. Okay, there's all that stuff. Yeah, someone said that earlier, yes, that Thunder has like a 25% chance to deal like a lightning-based critical hit. Okay, oh, we did go through that one earlier. Okay, so that just sends you there, right, to the secret room. Okay, so I can do that. Alright, so we still need that purple key. Still need, that's the silver key. Still have not found a copper lock, so it's time to go back over this way and see what's waiting. But at least it seems like there's no monsters left, so we can explore without fear. Oh, well, especially if Justice is that good, because Justice seems like it's very strong for a sword. Because, let me see if it's... It is stronger than Trouble by quite a bit. And Trouble is one of the best weapons I picked up. So, like, that's very good. 56 might, and I don't know what other special abilities it may or may not have, but 56 might by itself is awesome. So yeah, like even if I was playing a mage playthrough, and as powerful and useful as magic seems in this game, I think a free level of Fighter is actually more beneficial because of the hit points. And I have other ways to train mage up and grind it. Whereas with fighter, it kind of is what it is. Okay, this is just a loop, I guess. Yeah, okay. Almost done. Oh, that was it. That was it. Okay, okay, so wait a minute now. Interesting. Okay, so we have a door here with a purple key, and a door here, or a purple lock, and we have a door here with a silver lock. We have a gold key, and we have a copper key. Notably, neither of those is really like, you know, like matchy-matchy. I think I tried the... Oh, wow. That almost jump scared me. I was like, ah! Just a giant spike ball coming at you. I'm pretty sure that I tried the copper key here, but I haven't tried the Xeob key in either of them, so I feel like I'm missing a key. Okay, so let's see here. What's behind here? Oh, I didn't finish what I was saying about wizardry, which is that one of the things that I like, my thought process on the channel as we have grown, is that certain games I kind of wanted to put off until we had more followers or subscribers so that we would have a more active chat, because I love it when y'all participate, and especially when we have to create characters and like name them and give them an identity. It makes it so much more fun, and you know, I get attached to them in a different way. So it's like I wanted to wait until I felt like there would be more participation to commit to something like the Wizardry Trilogy. But at the same time, I'm always torn on that, because if you sit on your quote-unquote best material forever, then like the perfect moment will never come. So like, I don't know when is the right time to do it, but I have been thinking about it. So if y'all are Wizardry fans, let me know. Okay, so Justice... Oh, that was the super expensive sword. Oh. Oh, okay, no, that was the dagger. I don't know what the dagger did. Alright, so I did try this, right?
It does not fit.
Right, okay, I have not tried this one. Alright, Eye of the Beholder... Ah, this is our way out. Eye of the Beholder has taught me that, keys and locks don't always go together like color-coded. I thought I tried that. I was pretty sure that I tried it. Let me see, though. Okay, that should take us... Oh, it just takes us back. Oh, darn, I thought I had a shortcut. With such confidence. Such confidence. See. Oh yeah, no, we did that, Adel. Thankfully. That took me a while to get through, and I did certainly need some hints. But we did manage to activate the duplicator in the Catwalk Caves. That's why we have 2 lightning wands. Okay, I'm just gonna tank this because it's not that bad anyway. I don't know what spell that is, but it didn't hurt us that terribly, awfully bad. Oh, dang it. I went to the teleporter. Lol. Huh. Interesting. It's like I can go through the other teleporter too. I hope that doesn't respawn the monsters leaving and coming back. Lol. Surely not, though. Okay, let me get over my confidence here. And make sure that I'm looking at my map. Alright. Oh, it does go there! Okay, well, I'm glad you sent me back, because I thought I'd already tried that. What we got? Humanoid bones. Yeet! Bannon's Reserve. Okay, fair enough. What's this? Ace of Oblivion. We got another Ace of Oblivion. Okay, we'll put you up here. There we go. Okay. Alright, now we can leave. That looks like everything. I don't see anything that we have missed. I think that we're good. Going the right way? No. Haha. I think here, yes. See, I got this. I got this. Next right. The next right. Boop. Ah. There we go. Okay, stairs. Since there are no monsters, I'm going to sleep. We're going to save it. Let's see where these stairs take us. I'm very excited. Ooh. Where is this? Castle, level 1. Oh, did we come up underneath Samaria? That's where we were trying to go. So we're in the basement of Samaria, aren't we? Ooh. Oh, check that out. Wow, I love the wall decoration. What in the world? Oh. Oh! Oh! Ah! Ah! Valkyrie's not hitting. It must... it's immune to... Wait. Wait. It's transparent. Is that a ghost? Yes. They're ghosts. Ha ha. Okay. Alright, folks. The cube is back. Please give a warm welcome on the stream to one of our favorite guests, Cube. Okay, so now we're just back to this instead of the skull. Lol. I do have the emerald blades, but I left them back in Wyville because I did not know if I would need them again, so I didn't want to sell them or throw them away. But I also didn't want to carry them with me. So... if I've got Valen's cube, that is so much more useful than the emerald blades, anyway. Yeah, I heard you. Where you at? Oh man, I don't know what to do. I guess... okay, we got a lot of doors. Oh, right. Wait, I forgot they can go through walls. Bet there's an infinite spawn of these things. It's a lot of closed doors that I don't want to open just yet. Aha! Swindled. Okay, alright. I think this seems like maybe a good place to call it. Because if this is the final dungeon, right, there's going to be multiple levels, obviously, because it says level 1. So we know right away there's more than one floor. That makes sense for a final dungeon. Also, there's ghosts. But also, we've done a lot. This stream started out a little bit of a struggle, and thank y'all for hanging with me and helping out. I really appreciate it. So, we got through it. We got to see that entire dungeon. We picked up some sick new treasure, about which I'm very excited. Rocky's new friend has joined the team. Be sure to tell me, like, in the comments or whatever, which one you like. Is it Gem? Is it Bulltwinkle? Do you have a different suggestion? And we're loaded for bear. I mean, we've got all these cards, right, which are single-use, like, scrolls. We've got the Guardian Orbs, which are, like, a big deal. We got 2 lightning wands. We picked up some other cool weapons. We still have the elixir. We got all 4 keys. We are loaded for bear. I think this is about as ready as we could be without, like, level grinding or something, which, as we already discussed, not a great idea. So, yeah, don't know if I feel ready, but I feel like I have to be ready to take the fight to Scotia. So, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna save it here, and that's gonna be it for tonight's Lands of Lore. I will be back next Saturday. Oh, no, I did not. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, there we go. Thank you, Havoc. I appreciate that. I totally forgot. I will be back next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is New York and Miami time here in the U.S., with more Lands of Lore, the Throne of Chaos. Will it be the conclusion, the thrilling conclusion to Kieran's adventures? Maybe. I don't know. Depends on how well things go, I guess, since there are at least 3 floors to the castle. Could be the last stream. Could be 2 more. We'll find out, because these big old dungeon floors, they take a while to get through. And I feel like I've been averaging about 1 dungeon per stream, plus or minus. So, yes, we also have Rocky. Rocky is also here, and Rocky is a big help. It's our emotional support rock. Don't forget to follow if you aren't already following here on Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube after I've uploaded this to our Lands of Lore playlist, then thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. Congratulate yourself, leave a like, turn on notifications, leave a comment for the algorithm, and don't forget to subscribe. I will be back on Monday with Specific Pixel as he rejoins me for our current husband play, which is Blaze and Blade Eternal Quest. So look forward to that. I'm excited to play some more, and I'm glad that y'all are enjoying it as well, because we're both having a blast together. And then on Thursday, of course, we will be continuing with more of Sierra's Outpost from 1994. If you're not familiar with that game, it's also a hoot. It gets a bad rap, but I love it. And so join us on Planet Carl for more Outpost. And then Friday, of course, we are still following up on donation incentives, so that means that since we have gotten through Wild Arms 3, we've gotten through Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, this Friday will be Deus Ex. I'm excited about that because I have played the new ones with, like, Adam Jensen, like, I didn't ask for this, but I've never played the original, so I'm interested to see how that goes. And then the following Monday, that's July the 24th, I will be flipping back over to my solo series, which is Divine Divinity. And we have finally met Duke Janus, and I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him with the white-hot, fiery passion of 1,000 supernovas. So, or supernovae. Supernovae? Exploding stars. So, join me for that. If I'm lucky, I'll see you for all of those, perhaps. But for now, I am grateful for the privilege of your time. You could have done anything, but you spent it playing Lands of Lore with Kieran and me, and I do thank you both for your company and your assistance, not to mention your enthusiasm. I will catch y'all in the next one if I don't see you before then, perhaps on our Patreon. And until then, as always, thanks for playing.